What's up, guys? Well, we're headed back over to that Ruud unit that's leaking on the bottom of that dryer. Customer called me last night, and or actually texted me last night and said let's go ahead and go with the repair, because that unit controls, I think it controls the bedrooms where they sleep and stuff. So they want to go ahead and get it repaired. So I have a new bi-flow filter dryer with me, and we're going to go cut that one out and install the new one on the outside of the cabinet where it belongs, and charge it up with some liquid gold and get this man some air. So we're headed that way, and we will see you guys when we get there. All right, guys, we're gonna get started here. All right, I do have nitrogen hooked up, and you can see it's on braze. I'm gonna turn this on. All right, nitrogen is flowing through here, and it's coming out. It's coming out right there. I got the core out. I'm gonna unsweat the dryer now. I get accused a lot of not using nitrogen, so I just thought I'd point that out. There's a lot of us on here that get accused of not using nitrogen, so I figured, what the hell, I'll just point it out. So I figured I'd point that out, since a lot of us do get accused of not using it. We're gonna unsweat this filter dryer, and we're going to replace it with a piece of copper, and we're going to add the new dryer out here. Channel lock's ready. Dryer. Looks like it might have been cracked on the bottom, but it was definitely leaking back there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare this area here for the new filter dryer, which I might have left in the truck. Okay, I don't know know if I brought that. I must have left that dryer. That's all right. I got to go cut a piece of 3/8 anyway. I'll tell you what, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to measure this. Go about 5.5 inches, and then we'll swedge the ends. All right, I'll go get my dryer and cut my piece of 3/8 and swedge it. All right, guys, here's my piece of copper. I'm going to swedge it. Swedge it right here. And then swedge this end. Try to go slow, because 3/8 is really bad about splitting with these swagers. All right, looks like we didn't split. I have to put some heat on it. Turn the nitrogen back on. Okay. My mirror. Looks good. Looks good. All right, start fitting up the dryer now. Turn my nitrogen off so I don't waste it. Okay.
There we go. Make sure I got it turning the right way. Haha, just a joke. There's a lot of guys on here that can't take a joke. It's a biflow. It's just a joke. Alright, turn my nitrogen back on. Let's see. There's my stick of solder. Yeah, I know a lot of guys have been using the Stay Bright 8, but I'm gonna stick to good old Brazing. Been brazing for 15 years. Doesn't pay to stop now. But I ain't got nothing against the guys that use Stay Bright 8. I think it's fine, you know. But I don't like it. I don't trust it. I don't trust soft solder on refrigerant piping. I've been brazing for 15 years, so I'm just going to keep on brazing. To each his own. Good. Looks good here. All right, guys, I'm gonna set up for my pressure test and then we'll get back to y'all. All right, guys, I got 106 pounds of pressure on it. I want to start there. I want to turn this condenser off to make sure I don't hear anything. I do hear another leak. All right, let me find it. All right, guys, I got it. I got that other one fixed. I'm gonna take my mirror here and show y'all where it was. If you can see my mirror right here. This loop and this piece of copper right here were touching, and it rubbed a hole right here on the side of that loop. I couldn't hear that one yesterday because as y'all saw yesterday, when I would stick my finger down here on the bottom of this dryer, you could hear it leaking. But once I was able to get that out of the way, I saw these two touching and it rubbed a hole right here. But I've separated them now, and I got 105 pounds on it, and it seems to be holding solid. Let's take another look at it. Yeah, we're holding good and solid. I'm going to jack it up to about 150 and put the time clock on it, the tightness test with the time clock. And if that holds for a good 10 to 15 minutes while I pick up my torch and stuff, then we'll transfer over into vacuum. Hey guys. Alright, things are going smooth. I settled it at 180 pounds of pressure, and I have the tightness test going on with the testos, and it seems to be holding fine. So I forgot to fill my ice chest up this morning at the shop. So there's a store like literally 2 seconds up the road from the job. I'm going over there to grab me a couple Powerades and put some ice and water in my ice chest real quick. As you can see, I'm already soaked, and it's not even that hot today. It's very cloudy. We had rain yesterday. It looks like we're going to get more rain today. But things are going smooth. We ended up having another leak that I could not see yesterday, but I was able to get it repaired. It looks like we finally have the system leak free. So when we get back, we'll verify that the pressure's holding, and if it is, we will switch into vacuum and load it up with liquid gold and then start it up, and that should be all she wrote. Okay, we'll see y'all when we get back. Alright guys, we didn't even drop a whole pound. The gauge is shut off, so I'm not exactly sure how long it's been, but it's been a while. It's been more than 10 minutes, so I'm good with that. If we had a drastic leak, it would have dropped more than that. So now we'll hook the vacuum pump up. Alright guys, I have the system in a vacuum. I had to put my micron gauge up here because I tried to put my core tools on. I mean, I don't remove the cores, but I usually put them on those 90s right there, but there was just no way. There's not enough room in these particular Ruud and Ream units to get your core tools on. So the micron gauge had no choice but to go up there. So I know there's a lot of guys that say you shouldn't do it that way, but I've done it that way for a long time and never had any trouble. The only problem is it's hard to do an isolation test with it up there, but it will still show you the microns, you know, if you're pulling down low, and it works fine. So I had no other option in this particular application because I could barely get that on as it was. So anyway, we'll let the vacuum roll, and we'll get back to y'all after it's done. Alright guys, we're under 1,000 microns already. 955 and dropping. That'll work. I'm gonna let it sit there and pump for a while. And we'll go ahead and tote my Freon back here in my scale and get all that ready to go. Alright guys, vacuum did good. Got down to just a little less than 500. I got the liquid gold going in there right now. We're going to put 13 pounds in. We'll start with that. And this jug, I don't think it'll be enough, but I got another brand new one sitting right there. We'll start off with 13 pounds, and then we will start the machine up and go from there. So we'll let 13 pounds enter the machine, and then we'll get back to y'all when we go to start it up. Alright guys, she's operational. She's been up for about, I'd say 5-7 minutes, somewhere in that area. We're working with a TXV. That doesn't look too shabby. I may add another squirt of gas to bring the subcooling up a little bit more, closer to 10, and maybe bring the superheat down a little bit. But we don't look too bad. She's running real smooth. That's why I didn't mind repairing this thing. I mean, you can hear it. It's actually pretty quiet. These are some really good machines right here.
These Ruud and Ream units, this particular style, these things lasted forever. I mean, I've seen these things from the 80s still running. And this one is a 2003. There's your information if you're interested. Alright, I'm going to play with it a little bit more and then see what happens. Alright guys, I put about another half a pound in her. Brought the subcooling up to bouncing between 7 and 8. Dropped the superheat another degree. So I'm happy with that. 7 to 10 is good, and it's doing good. It'll work just fine. Alright guys, I'm going to pack up my gear. I still got it, the pump, the Freon, the scale, the tool bag. Make out a ticket, and then I'll be done with this one. And I'm going to move on to the next one. So thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you guys on the next one.